Welcome back. Welcome home.
Welcome home.
You Are Here podcast.
Episode 320.
330.
330. Damn, we got a lot of episodes banked, bro.
Yeah, it's
330, huh?
a little wild, man.
Dave's sick from last Monday. Dave's just recovering, but still somehow sick a little bit. Yeah, I love it.
Yeah.
My body just slowly not getting better.
Mm-hmm. When you get sick, do you feel... I feel like as a man, I'm like... When I get sick, I'm like... I can't show that I'm like dying.
I hate it.
Right?
I try to hide it too.
If I'm like... Oh, you know, like I'm sore. I'm aching.
Yeah.
Guy's not supposed to ache.
I know.
Right?
I don't do it to anyone else, but to Lena, I show everything.
Yeah.
And I'm like in the shower, like... Oh. You know what I mean? Like she's like, "What's wrong?" I'm like,
I need help.
My skin.
I don't know what it is.
Yeah.
I don't know. I just don't know what's going on with me.
I napped. I don't know why. I still feel better. Yeah, I hit her with all that. But out in the world, no. I literally hide it from the world.
Do you find yourself with your lady?
Yep.
Do you obviously act different?
Yeah.
Right?
Very.
Like a little less, masculine maybe?
Sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely.
Now, do you go like...
I do all kinds of weird shit like that.
Yeah. Isn't it weird to feel, like to think that, like at home? Because sometimes like when I'm in public now that I'm back in, relationship.
Back in the saddle.
Back when I'm setting a thing for life, it's like, I do that.
Yeah.
Your boy gets...
You got little nicknames.
Your boy's voice reaches new levels.
Ooh. Yeah.
And I do some dumb things. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
I do some silly things.
Yeah.
It's fun. It's fun being silly.
Yeah, it is.
It
is, dude.
with someone that is also silly.
Yeah.
It's awesome.
That's the best, the silliness.
Yeah. Sometimes I find myself,
secret silliness.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like that.
100%. Oh, we were so silly.
Yeah.
It's great.
Coochie cooch.
Yeah. I feel like sometimes we do that. Like when I'm with Walter and I'm like,
no, I know. That's
yeah. The boys sometimes hit that level.
By the way, pissed at him. Don't lose your train of thought.
Oh.
Messaged him today, didn't get back to me.
Nothing?
Supposed to come in. I was going to surprise you. Nothing. Zero.
That would have been so good.
I know.
O'Hagan Career Coaching. Guys, I want you to be strong. I want you to be powerful. I want you to get a
money.
job.
I want you guys to be
success.
Stacking racks.
Know the right people, man.
Yeah.
People come to you for what you need.
Getting new cars,
right?
Getting new houses.
Yeah, dude. Looking fly.
Yeah, man.
House. Family.
Yeah, dude.
Doing it right.
3 dogs.
And you start that with, a good foundation, a good basis, people you know. So it's kind of in the form of a job sometimes. You know what I mean?
Yeah, man.
You got to get a career. You got to know how to do that stuff. And maybe you're stuck right now and you can't get a job.
Yeah.
You might be sitting on your butt, in the dumps. But, sometimes you need a little pick-me-up. You need someone to bring you out of that.
You talking to me directly or you talking to them?
We're going to send you to O'HaganCareerCoaching.com with Coach O. He's been doing this for like 35 years. He's killing it. He does career coaching. He does one-on-one interviews. He tells you how you're going to get a job, the specific things you got to do to separate yourself. Because it's a two-way street, man. People are asking you questions, but you got to present yourself in a certain way. If you want to, you want to win that. You want to be the right guy for that position. So, it's a tough thing. Not everyone can do it. Like, you got to do a lot of training for that. And he's the guy because he's been doing it, and he's a recruiter. He's been recruiting. And he's got a network of people that you will have access to make part of your network, right? And that's what a lot of people say. It's about who you know, right? So go to O'HaganCareerCoaching.com.
Boom.
Anytown Actors Lab. Dude, they're moving up. And I'm coming up with new names for Anytown. Like new slogans. They're like,
to be or not to be.
It's not your fault. Don't be like me. But dude, Anytown Actors Lab, they're like the mission is one of the only ones like in that like field of acting, filmmaking, bringing stories to life.
Yeah.
They're some of the last people doing it, man. Some of the last people doing it. And that's what I was trying to get to.
I love it.
Because that's real.
It's real.
Adam Louder, Dallas-Fort Worth, Texas area. If you want an in-person class, if you want to just start learning for free, TikTok. He's teaching you.
He's keeping the torch. He's passing
He's lighting it, bro.
Yeah, bro.
He's going to sharpen those tools that you got to put in your acting tool belt. You know what I mean? Because let's face it, you know, it's a dying art form, and you got to separate yourself from all these other actors, because you're going to auditions, doing all this stuff, you're sending things out, nothing's coming. There's got to be a reason. You got to be the best actor you can be. Bacter Bookby. Go to any10actorslab.com.
Bang.
Shout out to the patrons. Patreon.com/youareherepod. It's the best way to support us. Throw us a bone. Give us $1. We love money. That is all I'm doing this for. Ooh. So if you didn't know that already, this is why I'm doing it. So thank you so much. If you sent us something, if you already donated to us, thank you so much. We appreciate it.
Yeah, we
still have donors, dude.
I love you guys, man.
Isn't that crazy?
Whoever you are, I love you guys.
It's honestly, on the screen. It's beautiful. Yeah, they're on the screen every time.
Bang.
Patreon.com/youareherepod.
Mwah.
I swear, we just need like just a podcast with Walter.
I try to get him once a month, but stay on your tongue.
He didn't want to do it.
Secret silly.
He didn't want to do it.
No, fuck him. And keep going. No, he did. He said he did.
Fuck you, dude.
He says he does with words, and then his actions are.
Oh, so he's one of those people
right.
that he doesn't follow through with what he says.
Exactly.
He lies.
Don't let him take up any of your space.
He's a trickster.
He doesn't deserve a minute of our time.
Deceiving.
He's diseased and he is deceived. Yes.
He's diseased too. Shit.
He's got STDs. He's diseased and he's deceiving. Yeah, dude. Yeah, bro.
Dude.
Go follow him on Instagram.
Crazy.
Go tell him he's diseased, deceived, and deceiving.
And don't be his name. I think it's like Walter Kashmir.
Yeah. He's got 3 last names. It makes no sense.
You're right, dude.
He's very mysterious.
And I saw he has like last time I saw him, he had like a bone in his pocket.
A boner?
A bone.
Like an actual
like he put a bone in his pocket, and I got kind of freaked out.
Dude.
It was weird. You know?
I don't want to say.
What? What?
Look,
what, dude?
Because he's a secretive guy. And, you know, some things aren't meant for the airwaves. But,
you know, there's some people
if you cross him.
Yeah. How come
he has a ritual?
And he turned around the corner and he had like red on his lips.
Yeah. He has. This is hearsay. I've never been to his place.
Uh-huh. Oh, no.
I've heard he has a ritualist, like, occult basement.
Whoa.
Where,
you know those like dolls that you put like pins in?
Like, you know when squirrels disappear from the town and rabbits and stuff? Where do you think the bones
They're stealing the dogs.
Yeah. Yeah, oh, your cat went missing? Sacrificed to some kind of pagan god. Whoops. And then he comes in like looking like $1 million the next week, you know what I mean?
And he's for sure has
revived.
Some sort. He's somehow...
He's living off the blood of animals. He's
paving the way in blazer technology. You know?
Yeah.
Like, he has like somehow like a blazer with a hoodie.
Yeah.
You know, like some crazy shit.
Yeah,
like,
is it Stitch in the hoodie? Is it Stitch in the suit or in the jacket? Or is it a hoodie, then the jacket?
It probably is able to like detach too.
It might be stitched
it's modular.
Yeah,
you
know? Yeah. It's interesting, man.
Now you think... Oh, man, I can't say it.
No, this is what he gets because he's not here.
Yeah.
So go ahead.
You think... Oh, man. You think, like...
So much.
I don't want to, like, you know...
Yeah.
I'm not trying to, like, picture him with nothing, but...
Oh.
Like, I imagine him being, like... You know, like, when kids used to play with, like, a Ken doll or something, and it's just flat? Like, I have a
You think he's got nothing under there?
I have an image of, like... Because I never seen, like, his inside elbow or, like, the joints of him.
Right.
So I feel like they're almost like they have like the joints where you can like twist them like that. You know what I mean?
He's got no.
Yeah, like he's got action figure joints.
He's got action figure joints.
Yeah. So that's what I imagined.
Could be, bro.
But anyway, I just thought it was cool how we're with our ladies.
Yeah. Sorry.
How we just like are so like I don't know what the word for is silly and like cutesy and all this stuff. Yeah. And then we'll go out the door and just be like, "What's up, man?"
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
All tough and care about all that to a deep level, you know?
Bro, you're so right.
And get in the car and just be like, "Fuck you, what?
Dude,
I'm gonna kill you."
Yeah, you know what I read yesterday?
Yeah.
I finished reading Jekyll and Hyde.
Oh yeah,
and it's literally like the dude is like, you know, I have like
speaking of Walter,
the inkling. I have an inkling of like all people, like this part of me that wants to do bad shit, but I also like the part of me that's like, presentable to the world, and I have friends, and you know, there's like decorum and a way to behave and stuff. But I want to let that beast out, man.
Yeah.
I want to like allow myself to let that beast out. So if I become another person, that bitch could walk freely and do all that, and then I come back to this guy, and everyone loves me, and I'm chilling, I'm happy.
I will say, I think that's one of the like benefits of this like administration.
We're going political,
with, I mean, I feel like, you know, we could take it as not. It doesn't have to be political, but I feel like that's kind of what it is. It's like, it's not this like, oh, we save the trees. You know,
working on it.
It's like, well, let's make some money.
Yeah,
and fuck you.
Yeah, I mean, right. It is like that.
It's kind of like that.
It's
so
like in your face. Nice. It's like this is what we're doing.
Yeah, fuck you, I like that part of things. You know, because I don't like being like.
Well, I think that's what most Americans like. They were like,
I'll be real, dude.
Sick of not knowing what's going on and who's in charge and like what are we doing as a country?
Yeah.
And like, why is everyone chilling on this like border just being open?
Yeah,
it's very strange.
Yeah. Well, there's a lot of like problems that like are not being solved for some reason.
Yeah.
And for some reason, all these people, for some reason, there's like years and years of just like the same problem, but it's never being fixed.
I want the Epstein files, dude. That's what I want.
That's one thing I for sure want.
I want the Epstein files.
And you know,
now
those are all being like messed with.
Well, they literally have the black book of
all across
everyone who's come through the island and all that, and they won't release it because the CIA or the FBI has to like process it.
Yeah. I hate like, and there's that lady that she had the files or whatever.
Yeah.
And she's like, oh, they're on my desk. Like, I don't know.
Just share it. Just put it on Twitter and just share it.
Yeah. Yeah.
What's it going to hurt? That's the thing. Now, here's the thing. Let's
just say there's some pictures out there.
Do you think it would dismantle everything?
I feel like it would. Which maybe we should dismantle.
Yeah, I think so.
Dude, that'd be awesome.
I want if you did dark shit, it's got to come to light. Yeah. It's got to come to light.
Yeah.
You can't
perfect segue. We can get back to it, but this clip is kind of about that I want to show.
Really?
That I kind of I don't know. There's something about I just like to say I have a little bit of like. I don't want. No, never mind. Why am I trying to talk about my humor like a fucking loser? I have a bit of dark humor. That's like the. Dude, I don't want to say it, but that's the dumbest shit in the world.
They know your humor.
Like,
oh my god, still sick? Yes.
So this clip's kind of tragic in a way, but it like has a funny part.
I know Whack 100.
I just want to see what you think.
Whack 100
saved me. Because at the same time, the shit that I was going through...
It went up to what age?
There was days.
It went up to what age?
What you mean?
So he was being like... It's really sad. He was being like sexually like...
Oh, when he was a kid?
Molested and stuff
as
a kid.
That's terrible. This is a song.
Yeah.
The molestation probably went up to I was like 13.
Terrible.
Damn.
See, I was putting in work.
Kanye. Like Kanye.
Oh, the same thing.
I wasn't.
I was
scared.
At work.
I was hungry. Hold up, I'm not finished. My mother.
He's being honest,
hold up.
This is sad.
Yeah. My mother.
Some days fueled him to become who he became.
It's cool that he could talk about this shit too, man. Like in a room of like all these dudes like this. Yeah, that probably wouldn't be cool with it.
Well, Whack is like, Whack is saying like, oh, he's putting in work. It's like, bro, this guy's pouring his heart out.
Well, her gambling problem, and I don't like to speak on my mother like that because she's dead.
Gotcha.
So I don't want to put her out there and violate my mother. But my mother was coming up short.
But I'm going to do it anyway.
My mother had 6 kids. And that man was putting food in my refrigerator when I was 9 and 10 and 11
Think about that.
years old.
That's
when my
sad,
mother wasn't there to put that food in that fucking refrigerator.
Yeah, but that nigga wasn't doing that. Just to do that, he putting food in the refrigerator because he's violating you, putting something in you. Fuck that. You can't give that nigga no credit, bro.
I was groomed.
Pause that. So he's groomed by this guy who's
taking care of him.
Right, but then he's sexually abusing him and probably his other...
Yeah.
So you got like 2 things as a kid where you're probably on like, well, he's feeding us, he's keeping
I can't even think about that shit.
But he's also like destroying me.
I can't even think about like...
Oh, bro.
His mom, he's with his mom and doing that to the kids. Like, what are we doing?
A bunch of people, I was groomed. And it wasn't just him.
Now he's making sense. Like, this is pouring his heart out.
So many people,
crazy.
It was normal. And even still, it's like everybody know a pedophile. In this room right now, if we really turned on there's somebody in this room, it's probably 3 niggas that's fucking children.
Whoa.
We ain't doing that.
Hopefully not.
We ain't doing
Hopefully not. I mean,
that's like the funniest. I'm sorry. That's like that made me laugh so hard. It just knocked my contact out of my eye. That's how funny it was.
It's sad, and then he says that he's saying it passionately.
There's something so funny about just being like,
he goes,
"There's got to be like 3 people in here."
No,
that's messing with children. Everyone's like, "Nah, we ain't doing that."
No.
I hope not.
Hopefully not.
Hopefully not.
Hopefully not.
I ain't got no niggas in the room.
He knows it too.
You hear everyone's like, nah.
No, he knows it too. He look at him. He's like, he takes a sip of his drink like, I fucked up a little bit. I let my passion come out a little bit. I over-exaggerated how many people probably are pedophiles. But, dude. Did you see Tim Tebow talk about that?
No.
Dude.
Tim Tebow.
Dude, talk about...
Should I bring it up?
This is a dark episode, man. Apologies, but this just happens to be what we're talking about.
That's my dark humor,
this
man.
This is the state of...
What would I write?
I don't even know how to write. Like, he personally has become, like, researching and trying to help the government, like, uncover pedophiles and, like, capture them and stuff.
He's just like Vitaly.
Sean Ryan podcast he was on. Sean SHAWN. Yeah. It's probably a short SHAWN. Sean SHAWN. There it is.
You think there'll be a clip?
Yeah, there's
got to be. Is the whole episode
No, don't pull up the whole episode though.
Expose the number one offender. Whoa.
Yeah. Pull that up.
Do you know the number?
But there's just like there is a legit problem though in the world.
Huge problem.
Which is I don't understand.
How about we cut here, find the clip?
Okay.
And we'll just find it real quick. Talk about it.
Offender, biological fathers. Every red dot on that map.
Look at that.
What?
Look at it.
Is at least one unique IP address. Your average offender has 13 victims in their lifetime.
12 and under.
Over 3,000 of them were infants or toddlers. And do you know the number one payer of live stream of boys and girls around the world?
Oh, no.
Dude, he goes into all the stats.
Specifically, our heart is to get to as many and leverage anything and everything we can.
Pause it.
So that
he talks way too dramatically, though.
Yeah.
He has this, like, he's like,
you can see he's, like, putting a little bit of...
Everything I do from this point on. It's like John Wick. It's
yeah.
I'll find you and I'll kill you. You know what I'm saying? Like, he's prepared a monologue. But
that's actually crazy, though, after, like, successful career.
He's a big time Christian, big time, and he turned it into like I'm going to save as many children as possible.
This is like the football player guy, right?
Yeah, Tim Tebow. He was probably the most successful, probably one of the best quarterbacks in college of all.
That's what I heard.
Yeah.
I feel like. Let's keep going on this.
Yeah, please.
That they can get out of this evil. And as I mentioned earlier,
that voice
I think so much is done by all these groups and gangs. And yes, that does take place in a lot of areas. But man, it's overwhelming when you think how much is
250 pounds of muscle, Tim Tebow.
That's the face that should be.
That's the physique I'm trying to get to.
Yeah.
That dude is a unit.
By families, by friends, by those in the trusted circle. And especially when we talk about the fight against child exploitation. And child sexual abuse.
Damn.
It's off the charts.
Why did he start doing this?
He just turned into his mission. He's like, this is my mission. I'm gonna help these kids. Man. I respect it.
I feel like we don't have to watch the whole thing.
No, I just want to get to the stats.
Like, a certain stat?
He pulls up the sheet.
All right, let's look for it.
Pull up the sheet.
Of what is being done in the family pointing, but maybe one of the most heartbreaking is, do you know the number one offender? Biological fathers.
Pause that.
Crazy.
Biological fathers, not stepdads, not.
Yeah. Now,
that means your own kids. That guys are doing this to their own kids.
And at that map he showed in the beginning was
he pulls it back up. That's for like a week or something.
Yeah.
Or a month. Mike, all those dots, those are unique IP addresses for the month. That's not like all like this
of like
year.
assaulters?
Yeah, unique IPs.
And it would.
Here it is.
Not going to make your day. But I brought a map to share with you is this map.
Look at this.
Every red dot on that. So
look at the East Coast. Look at the East.
What is going on, dude?
Well, we're just more populated.
Map.
Wait, go back. He said it.
Called the red dot map. DOJ, law enforcement.
Why is it so big on like just the East Coast side? Like, what's going on?
Obviously, I mean, it's more populated this way, but you could see a clear delineation between East and West.
Even like California, like this area, like there's nothing.
Yeah.
Enforcement map. It's called the red dot map. And every
Sean Ryan's holding it like I don't want to be holding
this is over the last 30 days. And every red dot on that map is at least one unique IP address of individuals downloading, sharing, distributing child abuse and rape images under the age of 12. And there's over 111,000 of them just in the U.S. of the last 30 days.
111,000 last 30 days.
And I wanted to bring that because I think it brings to life.
That's unique. One person.
So much of the evil that we're trying to face, and people will say, well, that's just over there and it's in those countries and it's all of those places, and it's not. Sean, it's right here in our backyard. It is right here. And out of everyone, and some people will say, okay, well they're just downloading and sharing it and distributing it, but they're not. 55 to 85% are also hands-on offenders, and your average offender has 13 victims in their lifetime.
Think of how many kids that is.
13 victims. Every one of those red dots there's a boy or girl that is suffering on the other end of what they're sharing, downloading, or distributing.
Pause that.
And
it's not just images. It's like you got to think these are kids that are being assaulted, man. That their lives are fucking ruined. And that's how often it's happening. It's easy to think like it's not happening, like it's like rare or like, but he's not kidding. Going back to Hassan, it's very prevalent, dude. It's very You ever look at like the map of where you live? I bet you on your block you have an offender, a sex offender.
We've like dealt with people like that, or like at least
we have.
Well, yeah, there's like some, like we've come in, like...
we have.
We've had some sort of weird indirect contact.
Yeah, years ago.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But it's just like terrifying, bro.
The numbers are insane.
I'm telling you, dude, now that, I've been in a relationship for a little bit, it's like, especially like at this age of like wanting kids and stuff like that and all this stuff, man, when I look at like children, I'm just like, I can't wait to just have a child.
I know.
And like, mold them into like the best thing ever, but like I don't know what happens in someone's life to get to that point. It's just,
you know what it is.
No,
most of it is it's a chain of
like generations,
like abuse. Yeah. So it happened to them, and it happened to their parents, and it happened to their. So it just goes back and back and back and back. So people have been assaulted almost not all, but there's a chance that you may have that predisposition because you have trauma that you haven't dealt with or whatever. I don't know if that's true or not, but that's what I've heard. Like you've like the assaultee ends up assaulting as they grow older.
Yeah.
I don't know what the percentage is on that, but that's what I've read about.
I wonder like too how much, because from looking at that map, it almost looks like it's like the Midwest to there is like, there's not much, I guess, going on. Like it's less.
I don't know, bro.
Or I don't know why it's like half of the country. Yeah. Well, I mean, I guess Midwest counts as like, I don't know. But I don't know that area. Like, is it, I feel like what can solve stuff like this is like communities being more like hospitable and like the hospitality type of thing of like caring about like your neighbor. Because I feel like over time, things are so like, you can't knock on someone's door.
Yeah.
You don't expect anyone to knock on a door or anything like that. Everything's like behind closed doors.
Yeah,
like,
dude.
Everything's super like, we need our privacy and all this shit,
Yeah.
Which I feel like is a recipe for like these kind of places that you're safe to like do whatever behind closed doors.
Yeah. Nothing's like out in the open.
Yeah. I mean, I guess like it's weird because it's privacy, right? It's like,
right. In the privacy of someone's home.
Yeah.
A dude can go on a website or some VPN, some bullshit, and share it with other people on a forum or something. And the abuse of that child now is spread out to however many people because of the internet.
Can AI not help with this shit?
I'm sure it's
gotta be able to like.
Sure, dude. Well, he speaks about it, I think, in the podcast a bit more. But he talks about how they're growing the like the team that's working on like cracking down on this in the government was like 8 people.
Ugh.
Now it's growing to like 300, 400 people that are like tracking down these individual IPs or whatever. Yeah. So we're definitely cracking down harder on it now, thank God. But think about the years of like abuse and stuff. Like we're seeing what that's.
I wonder how much
all that abuse has caused.
I wonder if it's like how big the number's grown, because it seems like it's grown a shit ton, right?
For sure.
But I feel like back in the day, you can't really know.
You couldn't,
right? So, man,
bro,
it's terrifying.
You ever talk to someone who's been abused? Like, isn't it crazy?
Yeah.
When I think about like the first few times that happened to me, I was just like, wait, you?
Yeah.
And that person?
It's like, common too.
It's very
not even
common.
like just that, but like some sort of like abuse like that in general.
I know, bro.
Like even like in like high school, like how many people have gone through that kind of thing?
Yeah,
you know what I mean? It's like college and stuff. It's like I remember in our college, like in my college, there was like a bunch of things happened.
Really?
Yeah. A bunch of times, you know, people first starting to drink and like party and stuff. Yeah. It leads to a lot of weird situations, man.
I feel like that kind of like because the damage done it's irreplicable. What's the word? You can't.
Irreversible. Yeah,
like you can't measure the kind of pain you're going to cause that person's life, and then whatever life they connect with in the future. You know what I'm saying? Like that one thing, that one event is so like damaging to the soul. I feel it wrecks a life. It can really if there's not much you can do about it. You can go get help. There's things you can do about it, but I'm just saying like that's traumatic. That's like deeply traumatic. So what should the consequence of the person who's committing that crime be? Because a lot of these dudes, they go away and they're protected in jail or whatever, and then they just get out and they're on a list, but that's it.
Yeah.
And then they probably do it again and they're repeat offenders or they're hiding it and they're whatever. You know what I'm saying? Like it to me, I was talking to a friend about this and I said, if that was like someone I knew, like if someone messed with my wife or my sisters or whatever, my mom, or, you know, if I had a daughter, I feel like I would just be like, you got to give me a chance to do something.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And you got to give her a chance to do something to this person. Like a physical, like lock us in a room. We get, depending on the crime, like 45 minutes to an hour or something. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Just to get it all out.
Yeah.
Because how do you like live? Like how do you as like the father of the kid keep going?
Yeah. There's no like guaranteeing anything with that.
No, bro. I don't want to incriminate anything or myself, but like I say there's a few things I'd go to jail for. That's right on top of the list, dude.
Yeah. I feel like you definitely be like a Tim Tebow here and like become like
my voice would drop like this.
Yeah.
And I would just go right to I'd have a manila folder. And I'd flip through my files and I'd locate. Yeah. Absolutely. Yeah. Absolutely. I would
You'd like
freak out.
You'd go on like that the offenders list and go to like each house and be like, just to let you know, I'm watching you every day.
Bro, there's a video of a guy who he goes up to a guy in a parking lot, older guy, and you just see it. He's like filming the guy, and he's like, hey, you remember me? The guy's like, hey, James, like, what's going on? He's with his wife, this older guy. And he's like, yeah, no, good to see you. I haven't seen you in a while. I was like, yay. And like they're pleasant or whatever. And he goes, yeah, remember when you abused me when I was like 8? He's like, what are you talking about? And he's just fully confronts this dude in front of his wife after years.
Ugh.
He's like, it took me a long time, but I finally am ready to talk to you about this. And like, you did this, and this is what you called me. And do you remember any of that? And he just keeps denying it. And I'm like, bro, imagine the anger in his voice, bro, of like, you know how much pain you caused me, bro? Mm-hmm. Like you violated me, dude. You know? Like there's gotta be some kind of like repentance for that. There's gotta be some kind of like, you can't balance the scales, but it's just like, how do I fucking how am I good? How do I get good after something like that? I don't know, bro.
That's
I
have no clue.
The horrors of having kids, like it's beautiful, and then you have all this probably worry and fear. I'm
terrified.
Yeah, because it's terrified. Like they're so innocent, and the world is a scary place sometimes. Like I just saw a clip that came up on my phone this morning. This is the worst, dude. Waking up and being like, "What's up, X?" A cop video, one of the chest cam videos of a cop walking into a daycare. And it's like this like pleasant woman with like a little beanie on, and she's like, "Hey, what's going on?" And she's like, "Well, I've been hearing some weird stuff. Like, is it okay if I like check out the daycare?" So there's the daycare, and then there's like a place they rent out back, another house. And she's like, "Yeah, take a look. You know, it's fine. We had this many kids today, and they're all at the park." And she's like, "Yeah, it's weird because I've heard like some of the parents are saying like their kid isn't where they're supposed to be, and like what's going on." So she searches the daycare, and the lady's like trying to hide the rental space, the other space from her. She's like, "I'm going to check that out too," the cop is saying. Cop walks in. She's like, "What are all these backpacks doing in this closet?" And the lady's trying to like stand in front of him, and she's like, "What do you mean? What do you mean?" She has like an assistant. The assistant's like texting on the side, like you could see her texting. She's like, "Oh, they're all at the park." The cop starts hearing a little bit of faint music from the vent on the floor, like you know those floor vents, like air vents, central air. So she's like, "Is this music?" She's like, "I don't hear music." She's like, "Get outside right now." She puts the girl outside, and she keeps searching the house. They can't find the basement. They're like, "Where's the basement? Tell us where the basement is." She's like, "There's no basement in the house." Dude, she calls her back up. They search the whole house. They can't find the basement for like an hour, but they hear a little faint cry, little baby cry. So finally, they're rustling through. They're freaking out. They're like, "We got to find this basement. We can't find it. We're going to have to like dig a hole in this thing." Dude slides a false door right next to the front door, a false door. And look, he goes, "Oh, look, a basement." And the lady's like, she's just lying to their face that there's no basement. And they go downstairs. There's 2 grown women down there babysitting 25 kids, like ages 2 to 7.
Oh my God.
And they were texting on the side, like, keep them quiet, like, shut them up, you know, play a little music, put a show on, like. And then when the cops heard, they were like, turn the fucking music off, like, just keep them quiet. They were hiding these kids in this fucking, where you drop your kid off to be taken care of for the day, daycare. And they're hiding them in the basement for some fucking reason. What the fuck? And they're soiled in diapers, and like, they're not being changed properly. And the lady was just saying they're at the park for the day, but they're not. They're in the fucking basement. Like, what is going on, you know? And then those people, what are they doing with the kids? So even like a nursery, you can't trust.
Yeah, nothing.
A daycare. That's what I heard. You can't, parents, like people I speak to in my family and shit, they're like, you can't trust your kid with anybody.
Yeah. I'm not trusting anyone. I'm not trusting no one.
It's fucking scary, dude.
I think about that. I'm like, when I have kids, like I have to, like, my wife's gonna be at home. That's it. That's all I got. Like, I can't do any other way.
One of us has to be.
I can't do it, man.
Same,
like,
bro.
I can't do it.
I don't trust it.
It's crazy. It's fucking crazy.
Too much terrible shit could happen.
Yeah.
In one event, bro.
And then I think about like, oh man, when I think about having like a girl, I'm just like,
my friend just had a girl.
I want to just end it all. I'm just like, I can't do it.
It's so scary.
Can't do it, dude.
I know.
Because even just like every single thing reminds me of that when I'm out like in public now. Yeah. When I see like dudes being weird at like the gym.
Yeah.
And like, it just makes me so mad.
Yeah.
You know, I'm just so like, I know it's gonna be so hard for them. Like, you can't go outside without dudes just after you.
And then you have to also fit in with all the other girls. 'Cause you have to like wear certain things.
Yeah.
And like put makeup on. Yeah. And my thing is, what if you don't feel attractive as a girl?
Ugh.
Like as a guy, There's that.
Yeah, a guy, you're kind of just like.
I mean, there's that. Like we have to say.
The minimum is low.
Yeah, like you feel like you don't fit in sometimes.
Like if you're hygienic, you're a good dude, you know?
Yeah. Usually like guys date up, like girls date down, right?
Yeah. I agree.
But yeah, I mean like for a girl, I feel like the beauty standard's so crazy.
Yeah.
And everything is like on the internet like perfect. Like you gotta look this and wear that. And so for a girl, it's gotta be like just so much harder to feel attractive and like a pretty person.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Also keeping up with all that, it's like it costs like it's like another rent.
Dude, I know.
It's crazy.
The cream Lena puts on is like, and it's monthly. It's like,
but even like going to get your nails or going to get your hair done, to get all this shit. It's like, oh my goodness.
But you know what, dude? It's like when I tell her almost every day, I'll be like, wow, you look really pretty. And I mean it. I'm not just saying like, wow, like just to boost her up. I'm like, damn, like you look pretty. And she's like, oh my God, like, how could you say that? Like I have nothing on my face right now. I barely put on cover. Like my hair's a mess. And I'm just like, okay, so what I see is
doesn't matter what you're saying.
Like you're a babe. Like you're pretty. Yeah. Like how did I get this? How did this work out for me? And then, but what you're seeing is what other girls are looking at you like. It's not what I'm looking at you like.
Yeah. Well, I mean, that's like the standard out there.
That's what I mean.
It's like,
but it's for other girls.
Yeah.
You know, maybe I'm wrong. I'm not a girl.
No.
I'm saying like,
I think so.
That's what I think it is. I'm like, a girl walks out and she's like, I hope this girl thinks like, I'm pretty too.
Yeah.
Because I'm wearing this and I put this makeup on today and I did the thing with the eyelashes and my hair's got the Dyson Airwave in it or whatever. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. It's like they can tell if you use like a certain brand.
But with guys, we're not worried about how we're never worried. Are you worried about how other guys are looking at you?
No, no.
Like rarely, right?
I used to care about like what girls would think, right? Like how I would look when I was single.
That's what I was gonna say. Like,
but guys, I'm like,
but that's what we cared about was like, oh, do they think I'm attractive? Am I a potential mate?
Yeah.
But now it's like, that's what I feel like being like in a marriage. It's like I don't give a fuck.
Yeah, pretty much.
You know what I'm saying? I care what my wife thinks about me. If she's like, cut your hair or some shit, I'm going to do it.
Yeah.
But I don't feel like I care how I step out of the house that much anymore. I really don't. Or am I going to get fired?
I do feel like I have to match the level sometimes.
Of your girl?
Kinda, yeah. Like if we're going out and like I'm showing up like that, that's I want to at least match.
That's a thing.
Because I feel like I should at least and not just be the schlub, you know?
Yeah. But it's different. It's like I should.
Yeah.
It's not because I want to.
I have to.
Yeah.
Because then everyone else is going to... It's for her. Yeah. Not like...
Yeah.
It's for that same reason, but for her.
Yeah,
you know?
Dude, yeah.
I don't really care what anyone thinks. But
right.
Yeah. Damn.
That I cared about a lot, though, when I was younger. Was like...
Yeah, I do.
Am I one of the few guys that might get picked? Can I maybe like date this girl? Like, does she like me?
Yeah.
The one girl told me to shave my... I was so proud. I was so proud, dude, because I was told that one of the prettiest girls in my class was like into me. This was like 8th grade.
Damn.
And I was like, oh my God, I'm gonna be like a popular kid now. Like I'm about to have a really like high status girlfriend. This is gonna be big for me. But she said, but he has to shave his unibrow because I had a little uni growing in the middle.
Damn.
It was coming in, I guess, through puberty or something.
Shit.
It don't grow no more, but it used to like come in.
Wow.
A little bit.
Yeah.
And I said, and she wanted like them all trimmed up because back in the day, that's what guys were doing. They were keeping them like tight. And I got thick ass.
So you're getting that microblade or whatever.
Yeah. They were just tight.
Yeah.
You know? And I got thick brows, bro. And I said, no, I'm not going to do it. And I put my foot down.
Damn. Okay.
You know what happened?
She hated you forever.
Just was single.
Damn.
Missed out. You know, but that was my pride, dude.
For the girl,
that was my pride, bro. I said, I'm going to be me.
I like that, dude.
Yeah, man. No girl's going to tell me how to.
Yeah, your eyebrows.
Yeah, dude.
I just imagine you have like the biggest unibrow.
Yeah.
So thick.
I think it was too bad. But also,
that's crazy though. As a kid, it's like, come on.
Yeah, I was 14.
Unibrow?
13,
That's
14.
what you're worried about?
And thank God I didn't date her because she was out of my league. It would have been weird. It's weird.
It's funny though
I was scared of her anyway.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
It is kind of funny how back in the I'm scared.
I was scared of her. I was like, this isn't. How am I gonna even be?
That's so true.
I gotta hold her hand. I'm terrified.
Yeah.
Of her, you know?
That is like a funny thing to think about. Where like younger dudes are like, I want to be the most popular girl or the most hottest girl in school that everyone thinks.
Yeah.
But then like you're actually there, you're gonna be like, I can't do it.
Yeah, that's what it was. I was like, dude, now that it's like in my grasp, I'm like, I can't do this.
Yeah. So I used to think, I'm like, if you put me side by side with them, I'd be like, simply doesn't make sense.
It's funny, man. It's funny, dude.
Yeah.
I don't know, bro. I feel like you shouldn't be allowed to date till you're like 18.
Yeah, I agree, dude.
Like, you should be allowed to talk. There's no way you should be allowed to date.
Yeah.
You're not ready for that. No one's ready for that.
No.
You know what I'm saying?
I think it's perfect for like prom. That's like the perfect time to like you ask someone.
That's a great idea.
Right? And like then you're like, oh wow.
Yeah, we're gonna enter the real world. Now we can date. Now we can really date.
Yeah. But you gotta go to prom weekend.
Does it freak you out? And this I'm probably gonna have people mad at me.
Who cares?
It freaks me out when you have a kid and you go to some like friend or whatever's house and they have a kid or whatever.
Yeah.
And they're like, oh, look, they're boyfriend and girlfriend. And they're like 9. And they pair them up.
Yeah.
And they're like, this is your boyfriend. And like, and they like create this, right?
Yeah, I don't like that.
Don't call my son or daughter nothing.
Yeah. They're going to be married forever.
They're play dates. They're playing. Yeah. They're not, it's not. Yeah, exactly. We're gonna dress them up. One day they're gonna get married. Like
they're gonna play house.
Dude, my dad used to set me up all the time. Ugh. Everywhere though, we go to a bowling alley. I'd be like, Dave, go talk to to that girl right there at that other lane.
I never had that.
And you know how much nerves I'd have, bro. And he'd make me do it.
Really?
Oh, it was the worst. I was shy. I didn't want to. I didn't.
Yeah.
I wasn't like,
can't imagine.
Screw it. Let's do this.
Oh.
I wanted to bowl with my dad.
I wouldn't do it.
It's terrible. I have a trip coming up.
You do? Oh, yeah, dude.
Arkansas.
You're going to Arkansas, huh?
Yeah, I've never been. I don't know what to do there. I heard there's good.
Is Arkansas one of those like southerner states?
Big time.
Yeah.
I heard there's a lot of. Well, no, it's just Katie making fun of where she's from. But she said a lot of incest and a lot of barefoot.
I was literally gonna say. Is that one of the states that I said is one of those southern?
You said like that,
meaning that.
Yeah, that's what I've heard, dude. And yeah, apparently it's. I don't know. I've never been.
Speaking of what we were talking about earlier, I feel like when you watch, like JCS,
no,
it's like the crime YouTube channel.
I'm sure that I watched.
You probably watched it. It's like really long edits of like. This guy goes over everything.
I definitely watched it.
It's like the best one. And it's always like, it's literally like one of those like decrepit houses that has like a couple that look like they're from Resident Evil.
Oh.
You know what I mean? They have like 10 children and they all look crazy. You know what I mean? Yeah. Not to be, mean.
I know what you mean.
But it's obviously just like, you're like, ugh.
Yeah, dude.
And the cops have to roll up. It's literally like the Resident Evil village.
That game is terrifying, bro. Dude.
You have to open the door and you're going through the house and it's like empty.
Oh.
And then the guy comes and he's like, hey, how you doing? And everything's just dirty.
Like back in the day.
That's what I imagine.
Back in the day, that was like, talk about history. That was royalty. Like the royals wanted to keep their bloodline pure, so they
that's weird.
You'd have to sleep with your
Isn't it like certain
sister or your
certain ethnicities are like that, or nationalities, countries?
Yes,
have that.
Mm-hmm.
Is Ireland one of them?
I don't know.
No, I don't know. It's one of them.
Yeah.
Sorry, I don't want to put that on you.
I don't want to. I don't want to go into it.
Want to look it up?
Pull up the most incestual. Yeah. Let's see. This episode's insane. Episode 320. Like and subscribe, guys. If you've been rocking with us, thank you again. Thank you. I don't know. And then let's talk about the future of the pod, man.
I can't believe I have.
I love this. Did you pull it up?
Oh, inbreeding by country. Here we go.
Oh God,
that's good.
I'm nervous. Whoa. I'm nervous.
Dude, supposedly it's like mainly in like Africa.
Really?
Yeah. Ooh.
Uh-oh. Oh no. Oh no.
Oh my god.
Give us some stats.
What is consanguineous? Hold up. I gotta look this up.
Clearly made it up.
Consanguineous.
Fictional.
Related by blood or having the same ancestry. Oh, that's what that means. This is kind of terrifying.
Yeah, bro.
61.2% of marriages.
Where?
Pakistan. Damn. That's insane.
61.2%
of marriages are that.
Damn. So that's number one?
That's number one.
Fuck. That's too much.
That's terrifying.
It's too much, dude.
That's not good, right?
Did you ever have growing up, like, you didn't know you were a cousin of someone and you were like, oh, she's cute. I have a crush on her.
Why is it all...
Oh, no. Don't careful, Mike.
I'm sorry.
Careful. No,
should I not say it?
Careful. No, I'm just saying careful. Careful. Careful with what you say, how you filter what's about to come out of your mouth.
I really can't.
Go ahead. What's number two?
All right, I'll say most of the countries, and we'll
give us top.
We'll let
top
you
five.
infer.
Give us top five.
Top five. Kuwait.
Okay.
All right. 54%. Still a lot. That's Qatar. 54%.
Yep.
United Arab Emirates. 50%. Sudan. 50%.
All right, that's enough.
South Sudan. 50%.
Okay.
Afghanistan. 50%.
Okay. That's top five.
Iraq. Top Yemen.
Damn it.
Medical concerns.
Dude, hey, dude, we know the medical concerns. But what if you love that person, dude? It's tough, man.
No.
I mean, don't do it.
I probably wouldn't do it. Dude, the world's crazy, man. The world, or maybe it's not crazy, right?
But if you...
It's so hard to talk about stuff and not try to,
My thing's this, bro.
Yeah? What's it? What is it?
So, okay.
If you really love them.
No. So, we all got to trace our ancestry back to something.
Yeah.
Like way back.
I mean, you don't have to. You could just live.
We're all brothers and sisters.
You could just live.
Now, today.
But I guess you're right.
Right?
In a way.
Maybe we're all distant relatives in a big place called the world. But if we went back in time, we all share the same papa and mama.
That's true. Right?
Right?
I guess.
Where it gets tricky is when genetically you might screw up your offspring.
Yeah.
Because it's too close. That's why all the kings and queens back in the day used to have seizures.
They lived until they were 10.
They just looked weird. Like they were off. That's why it's like, maybe we shouldn't do this.
Yeah.
Do you think
But it's weird to think about how, when did that become you don't do that anymore?
I think it's that.
You think?
I think people smartened up to if we keep pumping kids
or maybe
out,
maybe they started seeing they were not with someone from the family.
Right.
And most of the people that aren't with the family are normal.
Dude, is it true or false that if you have kids with someone who if you had a bunch of nationalities and inside you and you dated someone vastly different with different nationalities inside them and had a baby, is the baby more healthy? More they're what's the term? I can't think. I'm sick brain.
Immune.
Their immunities are through the roof.
I guess, maybe.
Because
it depends.
They come from multiple spots.
I mean, speaking of
adapted to more shit.
If you had a kid from India or something, you might have a lot of immunities. What? It's literally part of their culture.
I don't know.
It's part of their culture. Like, this isn't bad.
Okay, I didn't know that.
No, this is literally part of their culture. Is like they're taught to like not. I don't know what that is. They're taught not to have
cancel alarm.
I have no clue. They're taught to. That's why they eat with like their hands and like stuff like that. They are doing it to build up immunity.
I did not know that.
Yeah,
I had no.
That's
idea.
part because I looked it up because there's a lot of India hate online.
Dude,
right?
Some of my family's Indian.
Yeah,
my in-laws.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Well, I'm pretty sure that's one of the things.
So
let me look it up.
So careful. How
and let me look it up.
Huh? You better
let me look it up. Just to make sure.
You better be.
Because I remember looking it up. Because I'm trying to be good about it. Because there's a lot of hate, like
so
Indian.
You wanted
hate.
to become educated on what's going on. Yeah. I respect that, man. Hey, dude. Respect to you, bro. Thank you.
You got it, man.
Thank you for trying to quell some of that hate.
India immunity.
I have some beautiful nieces and a nephew who's Indian.
Culture. In Indian culture, maintaining and boosting immunity in a long-standing tradition is a long-standing tradition with many practices and remedies passed down through generations. During monsoon season, boosting immunity is seen as crucial to combat illness and thrive in humid and damp conditions.
Whoa. That's the gist.
No, hold on. No, I swear I read about this somewhere.
That's my favorite thing. You're on the spot now. I think we can just roll with it.
Here we go.
Oh, go ahead.
Never mind.
Mike, make it up. Make it up. Something you're reading. Make it.
Hold on.
Like and subscribe. Is someone coming through the damn roof? Is someone on the roof?
See? All right, shit.
Someone's breaking into the studio. If someone
see, there's like all right, here we go. There's some practices where they oh shit. I gotta find something.
I think you read some misinformation.
Practice of putting neem bark in the earthen pot with water and drinking it for a few days in the month.
What is that for?
So you put like drinking water stored overnight in copper pots.
For what, dude?
To build immunity. Okay. There's certain practices to build immunity.
That's awesome.
That are more like, you know what I mean? Like, it's hard to describe, man. And I sound so bad saying this, but there are traditional practices of that in India. I know that. I've read that. That they do it, like drinking like still water that's been sitting for days.
Got it.
To build up immunity.
Got it.
It's part of the culture.
Roger.
You don't believe me, man.
I do, man. I believe you, bro. I just didn't know. I didn't know.
Yeah. Well, maybe you should read up.
Thank you for that.
How about you ask your
nieces and nephew and Vignesh?
Yeah.
I'll ask him next time I see him.
Fuck, that'd be really bad. Don't do that.
Do you guys build immunities back? Are you guys big on the
Don't say I said that,
immunity
man. That'd
building?
be bad. That'd be really bad.
Oh my gosh, man.
But that is like a lot of hate going right now, man. You ever see that?
I do.
Right?
Yeah.
So I just want to point it out.
Every race has some kind of like bullshit stereotype.
Yeah.
Right? Like, what is Italian stereotype?
Pizza?
No, like against who they are as people. Like, oh, they do this dumb thing wrong, or oh, Italians, what do they?
They beat up their wives. I'm sorry, this sounds so bad. Everything I'm saying. But sometimes I just want to have freedom to talk, man.
I mean, you got it, bro.
You think I'm going to get hate for this?
How does this look?
Hey, how about you tell me some stereotypes, man? Polish people being stupid.
It's the light bulb thing.
Yeah, being dumb.
How many Polish people does it change a light bulb?
Yeah, which I never understood why. I kind of get it.
It's fun.
Yeah. There's some truth to it, man.
There's nothing fun about beating your wife.
Yeah, there's nothing funny about that.
Nothing funny about that.
No.
So stop it.
your wife spilling like some sauce.
You know what
you beat her up.
You know what I think is. You know what I think is one for Italians.
Plumbers.
That's Mario. Yeah, that's a good one.
That doesn't make any sense though. Like I don't.
I came up with this thought. I don't know when it came into my believability and my understanding of what an Italian man is.
Yeah.
Great fathers, bad husbands. I don't know why I believed that from 6.
Oh damn!
But I was like, that's my destiny.
Ooh,
that's what I'm in for.
Damn.
Crazy, right?
Yeah. That's a cool thing to unpack. Right?
Like, how do I not do that?
Yeah.
How do I be a good husband and a good father?
It's a good descriptor. Life? It makes sense. You know?
You think?
I think it's like a easy like thing to, if you unpack that, you can really learn a lot.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah,
like you take care of things, but you're not really there for things.
Right.
You know?
Right.
Like you'll always take care of your business, but you're not going to care much about it.
And yeah, for the most part, they're pretty fucking great with kids.
Yeah.
They're pretty like sweet and loving and like nurturing and shit. Like they kiss their kids. Like Italian men kiss their kids. Yeah. They like love them.
Yeah.
But then they're like you said with the wife shit.
Anything that's like soft is not to be. Nothing will ever be met. Anything soft will not be met with soft from me, basically. Is what it kind of is.
God.
I'm having deja vu right now. I feel like I've said this before.
Really?
And yeah.
Say it. Keep going.
It's weird. That's it. That's all I got.
But what does that mean? Nothing that is soft will be met with softness for you?
Like, not for me. I'm saying for like that. Or I guess not, because I'm kissing a kid. Right? Maybe it's like no... anything coming from is like you're like the decision of an Italian father.
Yeah, I love what
like that. I know. I don't know why we're talking about this. Like they'll kiss the kid, right?
Yeah.
They'll do whatever that they will do.
Yeah.
But if the kids bring in like the softness to them, or like trying to like is being soft, if it's like coming from the outside, then they won't meet it with softness. In this like stereotype type.
Right.
We're talking what I mean? I'm not talking about like this is how Italian dads are. I don't fucking know anything. Who am I? I'm trying to unpack that a little bit, man. I don't know what we're talking about anymore, and the podcast is over.
And the podcast?
Podcast.
Here. One time. One time, someone who, let's just say, was a major contributor to who I became, said to me, you hang out with losers and you're a loser. Ooh. That's why you'll never win. And that's the You Are Here podcast.
He was just telling the truth, man.
Yeah. That's the You Are Here podcast, dude. And you know what? A month later, he said how great I'm doing.
Oh, there you go.
So
that's great.
Don't take no one's words to heart because they're just words. That's bullshit advice.
They'll change.
But the real advice is, do you. Don't worry about when no one says about you. That's the You Are Here podcast.
And there's traditions where immunity. Drink dirty water. And that's a thing they do.
Are you talking street food?
Yeah.
I swear.
Episode 330, man.
Said, yeah.
Episode 330.
Yeah.
You Are Here podcast. My name's Mike. I'm signing out.
My name's Dave. I love y'all. Please be kind to yourself. Please. Oh, and go get your tickets. Get your tickets. NJ premiere, dude. Sorry. You got it. We got it.
Let's we'll do just say bye and then...
You're Here podcast episode. I'm Davis. Love you. Kind of self, kind of one another. Bang.
Now do get your tickets.
Yeah. Okay. New Jersey. This is my blowhorn. If you want to come see Wayward Kin On July 23rd, for one night only, we're holding an event at the Rivoli Theater. It's a 100-year-old theater. They used to show silent films in this place in the heart of Rutherford. It's going to be amazing. Wayward Kin, we're going to have cast there. We're going to have crew there. It's going to be a huge event, but go get your tickets right now. Link is below in the description. July 23rd. Anytown Pictures presents Wayward Kin. Come check it out.
Hell yeah. You don't want to do an Arkansas one?
And if you happen to be in Arkansas, June 2nd, in Little Rock at the Ron Robinson Theater, we're showing Wayward Kin down in Arkansas. Another screening, one night only. So come check it out. A few of us are going to be there from the film. You can hang with us. We're going to go get catfish after. Come hang. Come watch the movie. Come talk. We're trying to build community here, man. We want to meet you. So that's June 2nd at the Ron Robinson Theater in Little Rock, Arkansas.
Kill catfish and kiss your sister.
Oh!